So good afternoon. We have with us today Bence Ganti, and he is in the profession of integral medicine, correct?
Yeah, integral psychology. So
Psychology.
yeah,
It's a little bit
basically mental
different.
work.
It's a little bit different than medicine. Okay, and Bence is at the right time, at the right place, because right now it's very popular to be in that field. Is that correct?
Yes, especially
It's
here in San Francisco, it's very common that someone is a therapist or psychotherapist working with people.
is very very, especially the idea of everybody's talking about integral medicine and all that. It's
Yes.
so um, I I thought that what is it? People don't want to believe doctors anymore. What's going on? So there is a movement in your direction, which is good for you, which is good for you because you also do what you do because you believe in it.
Yes, yes. So there is a whole area of integration going on today in the world.
Yes.
Somehow everybody, I mean, many people wants to integrate. In medicine, they want to integrate ancient medicine to modern,
Yeah.
Chinese to Western, and find out new ways, spiritual ways to heal.
Yeah.
And in my area of psychology, I'm a psychologist originally, clinical psychologist, and clinical psychology or Western psychology in itself, it's a little bit narrow. It has a great value. That's why I learned it, but I find tremendous value in Buddhism, in yoga, in Sufism, in all the spiritual traditions,
Yeah.
because the spiritual traditions are psychologies as well.
Yes.
What is psychology after all?
Did you find something in common in all of them?
Yes, absolutely. And
Okay.
I did find common. And Ken Wilber, the founder of the integral psychology
Medicine.
movement, yes, is a great synthesizer of all these different traditions plus Western psychology, and that's what we call integral psychology.
Okay. And can you repeat the name of that person that
Yes, yes, he's Ken Wilber.
Ken Wilber. And where is he from?
He is an American philosopher
Okay.
and author, and he lives in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
But integral unfolding takes place not only in Boulder and all over the U.S., but in San Francisco and the Bay Area.
Okay.
As one of my friends, Mark Gaffney, says,
Mm-hmm.
LA makes movies and San Francisco makes movements.
Wow, that's a good one. Yes. Do you know why? I mean, why is it that San Francisco is so open to spirituality and all those stuff?
Well, I asked the same when I arrived from
Yeah.
local people,
Yeah.
and basically I didn't get an answer. But somehow, the name itself, that San Francisco is very nice, one of the
Yeah.
great saints of Christianity
Yeah.
that are well used by other spiritual traditions as well as a Christian mystic saint.
Yeah.
So
But
somehow,
we have a mix of people
yeah,
here.
and the other thing that there is a mix of people here.
Yeah.
So it's very, very diverse here,
Yeah.
and all the people brought their spirituality and their psychologies, those people who live here from all the corners of the world. So there is a charm in this respect here.
So what are you bringing us since you come from another city?
Yes. Actually, I'm bringing a group work here that I developed in Hungary, in Europe.
Yes.
It's called integral flow therapy.
Okay. Is something that you like to do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Something that I like to do, actually something I have been doing at home. And now I'm a green card winner here, so that's
Yes.
why I moved here, that I won a green card in the lottery, which I find not only by chance, but I feel some kind of
A sign.
a sign that I
Yes.
have to come here and I
Yes.
have to bring what
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
And this is what I just developed over the years.
Yeah.
And I'm working with the flow principle.
Yeah.
The flow principle in psychotherapy, that's why it's
Means-
flow therapy,
Yeah.
which means that the most exciting thing for me, after having been learned different techniques and ways of psychotherapy,
Yeah.
the most exciting way is not kind of repeating one technique or the other,
Yeah.
but let go everything and arrive in the present moment with the people who are gathered in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's like going into a meditative state
Mm-hmm.
where you empty yourself, you are just there
Mm-hmm.
with all the others, and I give exercises for the group, mostly
For them to reach that state?
yes, for them to reach that state, mostly we start with music, movements, and connection, and then I will see what the group soul, as I call, there is a group spirit or group soul, which is the sum total
Of the group.
of all the individual
people.
intentions and hidden intentions and subconscious drives that are gathered in that room that can be sensed.
Oh,
If someone is empty and intuitive and listens to what the group soul wants, then you can channel that group soul, and you can guide the group through a process when they find themselves in the process, and the whole group kind of works on its common denominator, so to say. So this is flow. Flow when you enter the present moment and you just express whatever comes out from you. And where is many people at the same time in the room, the challenge is for the group leader to make the same happening on a group level. So the whole group got into a state of flow, and something is born there. And it's healing.
Okay.
It's a healing quality when it comes alive.
is it true that if someone comes in a room and has some is mad or has negative energy, everybody else sense it?
Yes, there are different levels of craziness.
Yeah.
There is an average craziness that most people
But
share.
everybody can sense,
But you ask if people can sense if someone is really mad in
and
the
it
room.
changed the mood of the room. Does it?
Yes, it does. It does. If it's a serious mental state, it definitely does. Those people who are kind of trained, like myself, therapist, can right away track the level of sanity or insanity.
Oh, in a person?
Yeah, if it's kind of a normal, a neurotic, a borderline, or a psychotic, these are kind of the different levels or severeness of disorders.
Okay.
Or it is kind of post-normal, I mean
Yeah.
an advanced soul, or a spiritually realized soul. So between the most crazy psychotics and the most spiritually evolved people, with normal in the middle, there are different levels of development, and we can sense that, and there is a limit. So I don't let like psychotic people come into this
In
kind
the
of
group,
groups,
yes.
because those
Will
people need
disrupt.
and those people need whole different way of treatment. Not only they would disturb the group, but this kind of group work cannot help those people here.
I see. So, when you say you treat a group, does that mean they all have the same level of uneasiness about themselves or about something?
Everybody has his and her own, level and way. Totally different worlds are sitting there.
Yeah. But they come to feel better?
Yes. They come to open up. Once the flow happens, it's like when children play.
Oh, then it's
plays
good.
out itself.
Okay.
And the subconscious has to have a way to express itself, because just through talking it cannot happen. So we need to use non-verbal techniques and exercises, meaning not talking, or not just talking, but between talking phases we need to have non-talking movement, expression, exercises to let all this come out.
Okay. And you do also, you said yoga and all that is integrated in your workshop or no?
It's not in the way integrated like we go to the yoga mat and do a 40 minutes standard yoga posture series.
But you do this, maybe you do some
absolutely
movement?
So probably we do this, or probably we repeat some kind of pattern movement. So there are times when people free flow movement, and other times they are doing, like I show them a pattern, or they show each other one pattern. And this is my new idea actually, that I want to put more emphasis, that teach people different patterns from different cultures in the movement, so that they have a basic ABC language through which they can express themselves.
How can you form a group? I mean, you call them, you get your friends together. How does it work? How do you get them together?
Usually it's by word of mouth.
Oh, word of mouth. Okay.
Yes, so that's how it goes.
You need a group from at least 3 up and up, right?
You mean 3?
3 people and up.
Yeah,
At
I would
least.
say I never thought in that way, but I would say between 6 and 10 and up.
Oh, 6 and 10 and up. So
Yeah,
it has to be a good group.
yeah, absolutely. So with three, I can start to talk, but not too many exercise because
Yeah.
we're only three.
Yeah.
If it's already 20, 12, then it's very good to start the exercises.
Okay.
And when it goes like 30 or 50, we can go crazy in a good
So
way.
so it is actually a class.
It is.
It is a class.
It's a workshop.
It's a
It's
workshop.
a workshop. It's a class.
Okay. So you are the conductor of the class.
Yes.
And the goal of the class is what?
The goal of the class is basically we can call it a psychotherapy group,
Okay.
or we can call it a workshop. Usually they call it workshop if you are framing it as I am well and I want to get better, or I'm
Okay.
improving myself.
Okay.
Usually they term the same thing therapy group when the frame is that I have some trouble
Mm-hmm.
and I want to get well.
Okay.
But from
Now,
the point of therapists, we do the same thing.
okay. So let's say you have a group of 10.
Yeah.
Does a person, let's say one person come in the group and say, I have this problem.
Mhm.
You don't treat that problem one-on-one.
I do.
Oh, you do.
You know what I do? First, I do an opening circle.
Okay.
That's like this
Everybody.
first point.
Everybody.
Opening circle. So bring in what do you bring in today? Why are
Okay,
you here?
What brought you here today?
What brought you here?
I don't feel good. My
Yeah,
heart broken.
Absolutely.
I got dumped by my boyfriend.
Absolutely.
Whatever.
You want to work on something? Bring it in.
Okay.
You have an opinion, bring it in. You don't have
Okay.
nothing to do, just say that and sit here.
Okay.
So I kind
But
of
if someone comes for with a purpose, you
Yeah.
listen to them.
yes, and basically that's my offer, as a therapist. Come with your problems,
Yeah.
Come with your issues. Come because you want to improve something in your
Okay,
life. So
okay.
bring all the stuff in and I listen. There is the opening circle.
Mhm.
I bet by the end of the opening circle I will sense, I will know what to do as a first exercise.
Okay. Okay.
As a
So-
common denominator
So
of all
you
that.
feel if it's a happy circle, or if it's very
It's a sad
down
circle, yeah, or it's a every circle, or very happy,
or
or very
stress,
sad,
or very stressed.
Yeah, so we
Um,
building upon that. The last moment of the opening circle
yeah.
is the moment which tells what to do in the next moment,
Okay.
and then an exercise comes, and the last moment of that exercise will tell what the next exercise will be, and that's the flow principle. That instead of having a scheme of work that you
Mhm.
repeat the same scheme from
Yeah.
point A, B, C,
doesn't
D, E,
You
whoever
adapt
is there,
it. You adapt
I
it.
adapt from moment to moment.
Okay.
I have to be there with them to do that.
Okay. So let's say they have done. Is it like an hour session?
Best it's 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours. So let's say they have done 2 or 3 hours. And okay, you have accomplished your goal. They feel better.
Mhm.
So what's next?
What's next if they go home?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like it, come again.
Oh, if they have to come back with another issue, or
Well, realistically, if you really have an issue,
Mhm.
sometimes or many times it's not resolved
in one session.
in one session. Maybe
Okay.
you have, let's say, your dear one died.
Somebody died. In
Somebody
your family,
died,
and
and
you
you know
grieved.
you grieved, or you cannot grieve because you live your everyday life.
Oh, okay.
So you come to a group, you start to move, to talk about that, to dance. It comes out.
Okay.
Then I don't expect the people to let go of the grief in 2 hours. Maybe it will take 3 months or 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So what I do is I facilitate the process. I give a space when processes can come up
Okay.
and can be facilitated to process themselves through.
So it's like a loss, and it takes time to heal, or
Yes.
something.
Or someone says, I'm alone, I need a boyfriend. Why don't I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend?